And we're gonna start today with 3D beaks. I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to say, 3D beaks.
Okay. That's nice.
Yes.
Oh, my notebook.
Okay. Yeah, 3D beaks. So, beaks are clearly used for eating, right? That's what we did with our bird beak activity where we moved the feed from one paper to the other. But they're used for other uses as well. Sometimes it's for feeding their young birds, right? Sometimes for making nests because birds don't have hands or opposable thumbs, right? And sometimes it's for fighting off attackers. I want you to try and think of a beak adaptation that might be useful for eating but makes the other tasks more difficult. Describe what you think would happen to birds with that beak adaptation.
It's like the claw one, where you put that.
Okay, what about is it a claw? What's it called?
It's like
The hooked beak.
What's the one?
Tell me about it.
it's they can like bite and tear.
Okay. So how would it make other activities more difficult?
Like building its nest, like if it goes like that, it's gonna get like tore apart because its mouth's all sharp.
Okay, Colton.
So the sifter beak that the mallard duck has,
Yeah?
it's not so useful for fighting off predators.
Yeah, that French beak that strains everything, not real good for fighting, right? Ben.
So if like a bird adapted to having a huge beak, it'd be like harder to get get insects out of trees.
More difficult for certain food.
But with the woodpecker beak, that little sharp one, that's easier to get like little insects and stuff.
Right? The little stabby one? It's real easy to get insects. What tasks are going to be more difficult for that one?
Getting bigger insects.
Oh man.
Keep going. Keep going.
Would it be bigger food?
Could be bigger food.
Or like carrying big sticks and stuff for a nest?
Yeah, it'd probably be difficult to build a nest, right?
Yeah.
Because it's good at stabbing, not necessarily good at carrying. Can you think of any others? Anyone?
Oh, this.
Probably needs more water.
Tricky situation over here.
It's good enough. You can sit down. I'll go ahead and start with this. They can get a look from this side. The ones we can come up with are pretty good. So, make sure you get them written down. Remember, when we write our 3D thinkings, 3D beaks in the Q column, and we write in full and complete sentences, correct? This beak adaptation used for this purpose is difficult for this task.
Oh, never mind.
That's your sentence structure, right? You want to write in full and complete sentences that show off the writing skills you've gained in Coach Gunter's class. Because you got a writing test here in 3 weeks. We're practicing these skills.
Wait, Miss Heiss?
Mhm.
Oh, no, this ain't a science question. I'll wait till we're done.
There we go.
Like Sigma.
All right. So. Make sure you're writing down your answers in your notebook.
I'll be the birds. We're learning about birds.
In the body notes.
I finished.
Okay? All right. In the Q column, let's put other examples. I'm going to hit the lights. Other examples.
What are it called?
What?
3D.
3D beaks. All right. Other examples. You can shorten this however you need to. You don't need to write those out word for word. Okay? I did not write them out word for word. Actually, you might want to write these out word for word.
Okay.
Okay? I'll I'll give you time. We have the time to spare. In Nebraska, deer mice that moved to the sandhill changed from dark to light brown to better hide from predators. I'll give you a minute
How do they change?
to write that out.
That's how they were born.
In Nebraska, deer mice
I got tissue.
that moved to the sandhill changed from dark to light brown to better hide from predators. Here's what I want you to do. Once you have it written down, I want you to circle the adaptation and underline the reason for the adaptation.
Ooh, okay.
Okay? So in Nebraska, deer mice that moved to the sandhill changed from dark to light brown to better hide from predators.
Can you say what we have to do again? You said underline circle.
You're going to circle the adaptation and underline the reason for the adaptation. If you're one of those that regularly highlights in your notebook, on the side here in the purple, it says highlight adaptation in yellow and highlight the reason in green. You can use the highlights. Otherwise, if you don't use highlighters, I want you to circle the adaptation and underline the reason. Number 2, in one ecosystem, meaning one habitat, one area, lizards adapted to have long legs that could climb better to avoid floods and reach food. Say it again. One ecosystem, lizards adapted to have long legs that could climb better to avoid floods and reach food.
Why is it not one specific, why is it giving a specific place?
Because it doesn't necessarily matter where the ecosystem is. We could research and find it, but it's going to be likely many ecosystems where this has occurred.
So like, something like the lizard adapted, like, does it have to like find like a lizard with long legs to have offspring in there?
We're going to go over some of that over the next 2 days
Oh, okay.
on how that occurs.
You good?
Okay? Remember, circle the adaptation, underline the reason. And then lastly, peacocks with bigger and brighter tails mate more often. Fainter colored peacocks become rare. Circle the adaptation, underline the reason. All right, what's the adaptation in number 1? What did you circle? Scott,
Change from dark to light brown.
do you agree with Scott?
Yes.
Did you circle the same thing?
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Better hide from predators.
Hide from predators. Alright, number 2. With the lizards, what's the adaptation? Alright, Scott.
Lizards adapt to have long legs.
Long legs. What's the reason? Devin?
To climb better and escape from floods.
Yep, climb better, escape from floods, reach food. Good reason. How about peacocks? What's the adaptation? Devin?
Lighter tails.
Brighter tails. What's the reason? Scott?
Mate more often.
To mate more often.
I'm too good.
Alright. Oh. My bad. Give me paper. Izzy, wanna help me out? What?
Since birth.
Can you give everybody a piece of paper? Alright, Izzy is passing out a piece of paper to you. What you're gonna do is fold the paper in half
Okay. What way?
and then fold it in half again.
Should I make it square?
Yeah, so you're making square.
What way?
Hurry up.
Hot dog.
Half and then half.
Like
Or hamburger, hamburger.
that, and then like this.
Sure. That works.
Good make sure,
Hot dog, just
good make sure
hamburger.
my cold your macaroni.
Wait, Miss Heights, trick question.
Okay, Horton, what do you got?
Fold it this way,
Sure.
or the,
You're gonna do both.
that boy, fold it this way.
Thank you, ma'am. You're gonna do
It
both.
don't matter, Jace.
Alright, now that you've folded it, unfold it.
What the frick is this?
Oh, where would?
I was taking.
Fold it in half, fold it in half. And then unfold it. You should have 4 squares.
They look uneven.
Okay. Technically, I guess it's 4 rectangles.
Yeah, mine's technically right there.
Heard that. I go. That's like a zang.
Here's what you're gonna do. Rat snakes are very similar, except they have color variations. There are green, black, orange, and striped rat snakes. If they have a common ancestor, why are there various color variations? Could be mutations. What have we gone over? You alright, Ben?
Oh, yeah.
Here's what you're gonna do. Here's what I want you to do. In each one of those boxes, you're gonna draw a rat snake. A green, a black, an orange, and a striped one. And I want you to draw the environment that that rat snake might live in.
A green, a black, a orange, and a what?
Striped one. Okay?
Need color pencils.
It might help.
Let's go get some.
Hey Scott, how about you pass out
Me?
colored pencils? Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn lights on.
Jace, could you buy me black and white?
You don't have very much.
I don't know where they went,
Colors?
because that was full.
Green, orange.
Fantastic.
Have one on my locker.
Sure.
Yeah, see?
I cannot find a single black.
You have a pencil.
Oh. And then stripe you can just use.
Hurry up!
The striped rat snakes are typically striped black, orange, and white.
Black, orange, and white.
Yeah.
So we got orange. And then, okay, so they just need green and orange.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the green and practical shop in that. There's the orange. Oh, we don't need black. Oh, okay.
Because you have a pencil.
There's the orange. Okay. Here's the green. Don't know how you're sharpening that, so here's the green. Alright, yeah. Light orange and a green. the light one. That's what I said.
Scott, we don't have all day. Hustle.
But we're complaining about the colors.
Thank you, Mike.
How about it up back?
Alright.
You guys fighting.
Okay.
You like it? Sure. That's not a snake.
I'll gladly take this.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, there's my pencil.
So we're riding an orange snake and then.
You're gonna draw, in one of the boxes, draw an orange snake, and then give me an environment that that snake might live in.
In the box too?
In that same box.
Wait, but orange?
Orange, green, black, striped.
Alright.
What do you mean you don't understand? So in one box, pick which type of rat snake you're
Right
gonna
up
draw first.
Can you write up top what type it is? What type of environment?
Sure, if you want,
So direct,
but I really want you to just draw it.
I already did draw it, and then I want to write it.
Okay.
direct colors?
If you have colored pencils, then,
I do.
okay, then you don't have to draw the color, do you? Or write the color.
So do I just draw?
Well, we'll put the orange over it.
So you're gonna draw an orange sneaky snake.
I'm gonna draw a snake.
Oh my god.
Scott, sit down and do the work.
Looking for an orange.
Good work.
Well, I don't know what an orange looks like.
We only need the color snake.
And then you draw the environment.
Alright, then. If you get the environment wrong, what do you do?
That's a problem.
You shouldn't get it
Would
wrong.
an orange be in the sand?
You tell me.
I don't know now.
Then the black will be in the mountain.
Or it could be in the water because of climb mouth.
We're talking rat snakes.
What's a rat snake?
Snakes that eat rats.
A rat snake is like a
Any
little black
snake
snake.
can eat rat.
It's like a black snake, Jason. It lives like on.
How do you know where
Out
they live?
here.
One came in my house one time.
What?
They live by like barns and stuff like that.
In fields and stuff.
In fields and stuff.
What if we do the orange
They're
snake?
most definitely land snakes.
savage.
Anyway.
But besides, I'm not really digging the blue snake. I don't know what that could be.
Why is there a blue snake?
Did you say blue?
No, green,
Black.
black, orange, and striped.
Oh, okay.
But-
I don't even have a blue color pencil, so.
Alright.
Y'all like my markings? I don't know what a
You
swipe
do
is.
not have all day to do this.
I don't know what a swipe is. I just want to do that right now.
In the desert.
You need orange. We got all orange. We got all orange. Don't worry.
Are they really long?
Sasha, you still recording?
Yeah.
I thought you paused for this.
I could pause for this.
Why you have a blue snake, Izzy?
Can you go on this slide?
Oh, yeah, hold on. My bad. When you have all 4 boxes completed, you have your sneaky snake and their environment drawn out, I want you to fold it back up. Okay? With the pictures on the inside.
You like that, Miss Heis? I have two on the outside.
Fold it back up with pictures on the inside. Okay? And then on the outside, what you're going to do is 1, you're going to write your name. 2, we're going to answer the question here. If all these rat snakes have a similar ancestor, why is there such a variation of color?
Due to their environment.
Due to their environment, do you agree with Baker's assessment?
Yeah.
Scott, do you have anything to add?
I'm just gonna add, with the environment, they adapted to it with adaptation.
had to adapt to the environment?
Yep.
Let's make sure we write out our answer on that outside
What our
of
name
your
is?
squares.
What our name is?
Yep, where your name is.
The answer, which is they have to adapt.
They had to adapt to their environment? That's what you guys came up with?
Wait, adapt, AD, APT?
I did lunch count. I did lunch count. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Dadgummit.
What happened, man?
Lacey said she had 275 there. Okay. All right. I'll print more. Yep. Bye.
What happened, man?
Okay. All right. You got that answered?
That's my son. No. No, you don't.
I see Miguel.
Here we go. We're gonna move forward. Before you leave, you're going to give me your sneaky snake drawings. You're going to put them in my hand. Got it?
Got it.
In your hand.
That's your exit ticket. Great for today.
Wait, is it almost time to go then?
You're not gonna troll us
Kinda.
anymore?
Well, not today.
April Fool's.
All right. In the cue column, I want you to write selective breeding.
Okay.
Selective breeding.
What are you supposed to write on that?
Your name and answer the question. Okay. Selective breeding. What we learned yesterday with natural selection was that certain traits were passed on through adaptation naturally, right? Selective breeding is a process in which humans choose a plant or animal to breed based on a very specific trait. Who does dog breeding? Yeah, Horton. There are a lot of times, particularly with dog breeding, where you're looking for very specific traits that you want to perpetuate into the next generation, right? Humans interfere in this process. Humans take a very active role in breeding specific traits into the next generation of plants and animals. So, with plants, we do this a lot for taste, hardiness, color, lots of other traits, sweetness. I guess that goes with taste.
Scent.
Could be for scent, right? This is what we studied with Mendel. He was looking at very specific traits, right? He just wanted to make a better pea plant. He fully interfered with the peas. With dogs, we see here in our diagram, it's poodles. They bred generation after generation to get the tiny teacup poodle. This is how we get those mixture breeds of labradoodles and other traits. This is how you get certain breeds of dogs that are going to be larger or smaller because breeders are looking for very specific traits with the dogs or animals that they are choosing will sexually reproduce for their offspring. They are creating a desired effect. Why do humans interfere, particularly with dogs?
Get what they want.
Get what
Does
they
it
want?
sound good?
Because they sell good?
They look good.
Yeah, profit, money makes the world go round. What else? You don't know?
Maybe Jake does.
What was the question? Why do humans selectively breed dogs? Why do humans interfere?
What?
To get the money?
Yeah, mostly the money.
So I knew
Well,
dog.
think about it. Where's the common ancestor for dogs?
All of them?
Wolves, right?
Action.
Actually, we have been breeding dogs, wolves, until we had a teacup poodle.
Wait, Miss Hines. So, how did people get from wolves to poodles?
How about the Chihuahua?
Selective breeding.
But, like, they didn't start out with, they started out with wolves, right?
Mhm.
Well, then how do they get like the different kinds?
Selective breeding. We
Yeah,
choose which
that-
traits do we want to continue on with the next line and the next line. And through many, 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 many generations over thousands of years, we get to the different species of dogs, the different breeds. Barton,
So people breed wolves with dogs?
there are probably some who do, but no, that's not how that happened. It takes generation after generation of humans interfering with the sexual reproduction of plants and animals by trying to bring this trait out, this desired trait, into the next generation. Let's take a look. Let's define selective breeding. So go to your flippy flappies. Okay, go to those cutouts. We've got one last box, right? Let's make sure we fill out the box that asks, what is selective breeding? And let's define it. Which box up there is what we want to put in the, underneath our flippy flappy?
Bottom line,
The bottom right, what does it say?
humans choose a plant or animal to breed based on specific traits.
Do you agree with Ben? All right, let's write it down. All right, we're staying under the same Q column of selective breeding, okay? Same Q column. This is also known as elective breeding, though I don't really know anybody who calls it that. Again, this only happens when humans intervene. If humans don't have their hand in it, then it's most likely natural selection. If humans have their hands in it, then it's selective breeding. The adaptations that occur happen over shorter periods of time. It still takes generations for us to see these adaptations, but it does not take hundreds and hundreds of years. We can see it in 1 to 3 generations.
So how'd they get like a banana and a watermelon to look like the way it does now?
Through selective breeding. You know there's over like 4,000 types of banana?
Actually?
Actually.
Like,
And the
Pineapples.
bananas that we get in the grocery store are the most bland, boring banana that exists.
Banana.
Yeah.
There's a pink pineapple.
So however sweet you think that banana is, it is the least sweet banana that exists.
Have you ever had like a good banana?
Yeah, in a little street market in Belize.
what it tastes like?
It was like, I would like bananas.
My family tries to grow bananas in the summer, but they don't really like grow, they're just like.
Yeah, it's hard. Our soil and winter here makes it difficult.
Oh, the little green stuff goes too.
Yeah.
So I want you to look at these, right? If you're looking at your screen, it's probably easier to see than it is on my screen. We've got examples of watermelon, corn, carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, etc. Aubergine or eggplant, that's the same thing, and banana. Can you think of any other food or animal other than these that might have been selectively bred?
Cows.
Cows have definitely been selectively bred.
Horses.
Horses have been selectively bred.
Monkeys.
I don't know if apes have been selectively bred. There's definitely been natural selection occur, but I don't know if there's been
Fish.
selective. Fish,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Fish.
Peaches?
No, I was moving. Pineapples.
I'm going to assume peaches have, but I don't know
Human.
specifically.
Wait, besides,
Pineapples, yeah. Strawberries, yeah.
like, I was thinking about this last night when I was laying in bed.
Potatoes.
Are humans selective breeding?
Have humans been selectively breeding?
Yeah.
But if it was selective, wouldn't they mean like someone would have to get those two
I-
together?
Like your mama makes you.
If your mom would have maybe.
Yes and no, and we're gonna get into that kind of after testing. It's not like we do when it comes to plants and animals, where we specifically choose we want this trait, so we're going to crossbreed these particular plants to make sure this trait comes out. But when you choose your partner,
Mhm.
you choose your partner for certain reasons. Right? That's true. That's a conversation for Letty's class.
Oh, you think?
In some like countries or places, don't they have like where the parents pick people and then make them
Like in the
get
Aladdin.
together? Like they have them, they pick.
You mean arranged marriage?
Yeah, that.
It's not a common practice even in other countries. It happens, but it's still not
Is that technically selective?
exactly. It's not like this.
Because they're
That's a
in their
cultural
mind-
practice, not a scientific.
Yeah, they're not, like, they don't want, like, if you're doing that, you want, like, two specific traits. Or
Exactly.
something that come out, but what they're doing is just saying two.
That's a societal cultural issue. That's not a scientific genetic trait. Tomorrow, Thursday, possibly Friday, we're gonna look very specifically at this cabbage, kale, broccoli, and how their common ancestor developed these particular vegetables, because it all came from a dandelion. Alright,
Oh, wait, yeah, you want-
hey, this is our last 3D. I want you to write 3D selective. 3D selective. Farms have been selectively breeding crops for centuries to have larger yields, sweeter flavors, brighter colors. Now, because our foods are being shipped from further locations, longer distances, crops have also been bred to ripen slower and be sturdier for packing. Think about where you live, here, in Oklahoma, right? Do you ever go grocery shopping with your grown-ups?
Yep.
No.
A lot.
Do you ever notice the sticker on the produce?
Yep.
And it says where it was grown?
Yep.
Said Mexico.
What kinds of fruits and vegetables do you like to eat? Do you buy with your grown-ups? If you were in charge of selective breeding for that particular crop, what would the perfect set of characteristics be? Think about it. Because here in Oklahoma, we have a lot of farmland, right? But the food that we get in the grocery stores
Peanut butter.
don't come from Oklahoma, do they?
No.
What was the question?
What would the perfect set of characteristics be for some of the foods that you like to eat? So pick something.
Like cedar, like
Sure. Write it. We're gonna write it out.
What if you just wanna keep it as it is?
Pick something else.
Pick a different fruit or vegetable.
So would you be able to pick something and say you wanna make it sweeter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell me what it is.
Really what?
3D selective.
How are they making cotton candy grapes?
It's sweeter.
Wait, where are those made from?
Grapes. But we're just breeding them to be sweeter.
They do kind of taste like cotton candy sometimes.
No, they don't.
Watermelon.
Whatever.
Cotton candy is just pure sugar.
Yeah, something with sugar, baby.
Sugar, sugar.
Literally
Put it
just
dissolved in
heated
your mouth.
sugar with air.
Dissolves in your mouth, baby. Sugar. It's not good for you.
You're saying you don't eat it?
So what'd you come up with?
Don't buy such watermelons.
Yes.
So, I picked an apple.
Okay.
I would crossbreed a crisp apple with a sweeter apple to make it sweeter and crisper.
Yeah. Okay, so you want a crisper, sweeter apple.
Ah!
Alright? Scott?
What if you like be able to make a watermelon like a grape size, so it's like a bite size watermelon?
Yeah?
Oh.
But then you
Okay.
take the whole rind off the watermelon.
Yeah.
You get barely any watermelon.
Yeah, he's right, yeah.
I put
Okay.
sweeter.
That's right, yeah.
Shut up,
Of
bro.
what?
Watermelon.
A bigger, sweeter watermelon?
Oh, pre-peeled watermelon.
Pre-peeled watermelon.
A big-
So no rind.
You can already buy like
A
that.
bigger banana that's sweeter.
Bigger banana that's
I
sweeter.
don't bite size.
Okay.
It's already- it's
Anybody
already
got
good.
something else? We've focused a lot on fruits.
Pre-peeled
What about
grapes.
I
veggies?
put chicken.
A thicker
Pre-peeled
chicken.
grapes and apples.
A what?
The bigger the chicken, the more meat you get.
Yeah, the thicker the chicken.
Okay.
Kinda like fish.
I put
You
a.
gotta catch a big old, about.
I don't like the skin on apples and grapes.
You don't like the skin on apples and grapes?
Take them off.
You can't take this.
Kinda like a
Okay.
fish.
Chew it. It's like.
If you make a fish a horse, it's got some big old meat on it.
Again, I remind you, make sure that your answers are written in full and complete thoughts and sentences. Okay? This is our last slide.
Non-GMO.
So, here's what I need you to do. In the Q column, I want you to write GMO.
GMO.
GMO. That's the Q column.
Genetically
GMO.
modified organisms.
In the body notes, you're gonna write genetically modified organism. Okay? So this goes in the Q column. This is gonna go in the body notes. Q column, GMOs. Body notes, genetically modified organisms. We'll work on that later.
What if you already put genetically modified organisms in the Q column?
Then put GMOs in the body notes. Okay?
What does it go from?
Okay. You got both information. Alright. GMOs are organisms that have been bred using foreign DNA, so the organism cannot be obtained using traditional means. So think of it's misleading
Miss Heist.
because there's a lot. Okay, yeah. Usually it's to introduce a beneficial trait, okay? And there's controversy out in our societies about whether GMOs should be labeled as GMOs. Examples that we have currently is corn.
Really already?
Whoa.
Corn is typically has been bred to include insect resistance. Rice, you now find with vitamin enrichment. Soybeans are going to have herbicide tolerance. And potatoes are going to have virus resistance. My aunt, actually, this is what she did for a living.
What?
She created a strain of wheat called Centennial wheat.
Yeah.
And she crossbred wheat strains, wheat species, wheat breeds to be sturdier, to withstand insects, herbicide, and also be drought resistant in Oklahoma and Texas fields.
She's pretty popular then?
Well, she's dead now,
Oh.
but yeah, they used her work and they continue to build on what she and her team created.
What is this that you gave me?
All right, all that's left in our slide deck is last look and check your understanding.
You said don't get to me.
Remember, the more you write, the more points you get. Got it? But we are done with our notes for the week.
For the week.
Yep. All right. Since our 5-minute warning bell has rang, what questions do you have?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck with?